GSL Codex champion. He has done it! 여러분의 뜨거운 박수 함성으로 결승전 대결을 시작하겠습니다.
라운드 오브 24 파팅 원이상 드림 조중형 크리에이터 장현우 라그날로 신이버 아프리카 TV 브레이크업 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 1 코드 S 쇼다운.
One more best of 3 to decide who's going to get that last spot out of this group and move on to the round of 16. It's a tough one, man. I think this could really go either way.
Yeah, it definitely could. They had such a close first match. I wonder what strategically they're going to do, because we had such sharp strategies the first time that they met. Right, like proxy 3 barracks. I mean, do you try to pull something out like that again?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think both these guys have a big enough range. It's not like... I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more they can do, right?
No.
No,
they already
tasteless.
did everything they can do.
End of the line, tasteless. But Dream looking a little bit pensive here. I think, again, either player could really win here. It's really tough to call. I think PartinG definitely has an edge as far as the element of surprise with his builds, but Dream mechanically seems to be very solid, very clean in his play. But PartinG's control has been very great throughout his history. I mean, it's very possible. It could be 2-0 on either side. I mean, really anything can actually happen here. It's really hard to call.
Yeah.
Map 1 will be Nightshade, and that's now loading up. PartinG vs. Dream, our final best of 3 for tonight, begins now.
전투 준비 완료. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다 LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가 이번 전투를 지원한다. 드래곤 피닉스 게임 파티 원이상 브레이브스타 게임 드림 조중형
Yeah, no idea what these guys are going to pull out here. PartinG just feels like such a dangerous opponent.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing with him is that it's not just that he wins, it's the way that he wins. A lot of times where he has this such a specific way that he plays the game.
But the thing is, he also has the big range, you know? Like, he can attack and do so well, but also he can kind of sit back and then just kill you when you come to him.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, this is the way I look at it with him, okay, is like, basically Dream is, he's got a cabin on the edge of the woods. He knows there's a big bad bear in the woods. Now, does he wait in his cabin and try to stop the bear, knowing he has to sleep eventually?
Yeah.
Or does he get out there while it's still daylight and try to kill the bear while the bear is in the woods?
Yeah, with a big piece of meat hanging off the end of his rifle.
But then, though, he goes in the woods, and then he realizes that his house is under attack because the bear's in his house, and now he's in a base trade against a forest. How do you kill a whole forest?
Well, here's the scariest part of all, is that this bear also can cannon rush.
That's crazy.
It's like, what? A bear can warp in cannons?
Well, people always said you don't need thumbs for playing Protoss, so.
Now, this is again, it's a series where they both clearly played very well for what they had planned out against each other. And we went 1-1, both of their attacks on one side worked out, and then the third game was just a really good macro game, you know?
Nice bounce there.
Yeah.
Oh!
I would have been much more satisfied if the Reaper had actually shot him in the back and killed him. So again, like we've seen with PartinG before, we saw this with Crater, just the Twilight Council after expand here. We still don't know what kind of game we're going to have for a little bit.
No, it's very hard to say. It seems like a pretty standard opener overall from Dream. Not exactly what he was doing in those previous games. He was going for a quicker second barracks in those. This is a more tech-heavy opener for him. PartinG with that quick Twilight. Blink on the way, but that doesn't really mean anything yet. You know, he did the 4-gate Blink kind of all-in-ish attack before, but then there's you know, the very popular 3-gate Blink into expansion here. Okay, so 3 gates, Robo, Blink. It looks like it'll be a third Nexus from him.
And, you know,
he's actually going into 4 gates, right? Oh wait, no,
it's just 3.
It's 3. Okay.
Ooh, the Adept Shade actually gets in here. Do a little bit of scouting.
Damn,
that's actually really helpful.
Yeah, he knows exactly.
That's more Dream's fault than PartinG's excellent play, I guess you could say. But
it's a 1 pinpoint.
Yeah, that's the one that almost got shot in the back. If we had if we could go back in time, we could have a real butterfly effect thing going on. We're in a different game. The Reaper shoots the Adept down, and then the Protoss never gets the free scout because there's no Adept Shade inside the main.
Well, unfortunately, we can't go through time and change reality.
Not yet. But when we do, we'll know exactly what to use time travel for.
How would that game have looked? It looks almost exactly the same. Like,
I'm like, time travel's boring.
Yeah. Like, time really is a river.
So we have this proxied gateway out here. So there's going to be a lot of pressure put on here early on. You never make a gateway like that unless you're really intending to warp in and get so much momentum coming out here that it can throw the Terran off.
Well,
now,
it brings up to 4 gates as well.
That also note that Dream's been checking to see if there's any... okay, it's okay. He's got an observer. I didn't see that for a second.
Yeah, there's actually a well-placed siege tank here. Oh my god, that Blink onto the bunker is not going to get it.
Force field it? Yeah, this is... He's going to try to shoot down some of the workers. That tank on the high ground with the splash. Oh my god.
Good defense here, man.
Oh, there's also a Stalker just walking into tank shots.
Yeah, he lost 7 SCVs during that, but I think that's fine. His tech is way more online. By the way, look at his building placement. That's like a wall against Blink-in attacks.
Yeah.
I really like what he just did there. He's like very far from the left side of his base, so if you do blink in, you know, he's not going to just immediately be taking damage. He's got his siege tanks placed really nicely. I love that mine there as well.
Yeah,
even if he can see it, it's like, well...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't really get close to it.
Yeah.
I don't think PartinG should attack in here, but if he does, he's going to have to be really careful because, like, with Stalkers and Blink like this, you are going to eat damage, and if you don't do more than them, you're just getting yourself further and further behind. But instead, it looks like he's going to stay back and just go for a contain while trying to get his third up here. But we also know that there's big plans over here for the for Terran. I mean, he wants to come out here with a push eventually.
Yeah, and PartinG right now, okay, so he did lose an observer. His other observer down near his army, because right now I feel like the only thing that's working well for PartinG here is the threat of a counter blink. He's going into Colossus tech, but there's already a Raven out, there's 3 siege tanks out. This army of Dreams can kill PartinG.
Yeah, I think you're completely right about that, Artosis.
And since he lost the observer, I don't think he has an actual way to blink back in, so he's just going to have to try to whittle this down on the way.
Yeah, and this is not enough Stalkers.
I wish he'd speed up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's sieging up there as they're running away, and he's going to take a third. Now, I was on the same page as you. I thought he was going to try to push out and really do a lot of damage here, but instead he's playing very, very...
That's a very turtle approach.
Safe.
Well, a little bit of harass.
I mean, this is about as mild as you can get, I guess, for Terran play here. But he's decided to move out here. Again, I do think it would have been better to not sit there on the siege mode. I think even if the Stalker's counterattack and deny your third, I think you really want to go for the push.
Yeah, he's using up a lot of his Raven energy right now.
Notice that he had the second auto turret come down after the first one was killed, so that this way the Protoss is really not mining from the third for a long time, which is very smart. Okay, here we go. The angle is insane here for Terran. Beautifully done.
Yeah, this attack's still showing so much strength, not even needing the Raven in it.
And one Colossus is all that remains over here.
Oh, this third base looks like it is not long for this world.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to be able to take this. The tanks are in a really good position here, and I think the Nexus just goes down, right? Yeah, this can't be saved. And then Terran, I mean, there's a lot of different choices you have here. Oh my god, can he actually snipe this? No! The Colossus lives on, but I just don't see any way, any route that PartinG can take in this game to come out here with a victory. It seems like Terran's going to come in here with the killing blow, and even if it's held off, it's still going to be Terran with a fresh third, and Protoss is trying to hang on.
Yeah, this is looking very bad for PartinG. That's it. All right. Dream takes map number 1 very, very nicely. PartinG, it felt like his decision to be aggressive there, it felt like it was made a little bit late spurt of the moment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel like he was going to be aggressive, and then he's like, I'm going to be aggressive, and then it didn't really do anything. The Colossus tech I was a little bit surprised with, because he already saw, I don't know if he saw the Raven, but he certainly saw siege tanks there. But Colossus does go better with charge, so maybe he was thinking, oh, I'll just delay until charge or something, but good play by Dream overall. Like, he just looked very, very solid that whole game.
PartinG has requested his break. What? What was that sound?
Oh, I was leaned so far back.
What does it look like when we lean back?
Looks great.
And usually what I do is we lean back like this and we pull our shirts up and we just rub our fat bellies like this.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Whenever you hear my Cassier, I'm like, Reaper comes in, shoots the lings, and then I take my finger and I just put it in my belly button like that. And I go, looks like the Reaper's going to get away. And I go,
that's so gross. You're so gross.
And I go, you start to catch, but I'm like, smell my finger, man. And then you're like, and then there's a pause.
How are you even real? You're paid for this right
now. And then
now.
I bring my hand back and just keep rubbing my belly like this.
Oh my god.
We make good use of these break times. Actually, now when we slouch low, here, get down like how you actually sit.
Oh, sometimes during games I get like this to really look at the monitor. Because we actually have pretty small monitors. These are bigger than the ones we had.
If you want to know how small they are, it's actually just 2 iPhones here. No, they are actually pretty shockingly small monitors.
Yeah. Well, these ones are bigger than what we had last year, though. These are much nicer. And we don't have our green bars anymore.
That's right. Well, what we do have, though, is violin music. Or, no, is this a synth? I'm sorry.
Well, it's certainly not a violin. Not sure what it is, but...
There's no time. We have to start game 2 quickly.
전투 준비 완료. 드래곤 피닉스 게임 파티 1 이상. 브레이브 스타 게임 드림 조중형.
Artosis.
Yo. What up?
A pylon not in the main base?
Oh, he's doing max packs.
That's right.
Hell yeah. So this is the max packs build.
Yeah.
A young Russian Protoss player made this, and Beastie Cutie made it famous.
It's that time of the month. Get your max packs.
Yeah, and PartinG actually uses this in tournaments from time to time. So basically what you do is you send one of your first probes out to proxy your first gate, but the build doesn't work unless you also build a pylon in your main. So you have this huge supply surplus, something Creator knows nothing about, but...
Damn. Roast battle here.
Yeah. But yeah, this is basically you oftentimes will cancel the command center with this build. Look, he's looking for it, but it's further away than he thinks.
He's like, oh, I guess it's safe to make a command center here.
Yeah. Now, if the Reaper does not go towards the gate, like the Reaper goes straight to the Protoss main or it goes scouts to the north side, Terran gets in real trouble here. Real trouble cases, like grounded.
Trouble Town. So what is the best way, given the situation that Terran's in, how do you handle that?
People started figuring out max packs because it got really popular for like a week. And I'm trying to remember, because even I was doing it. It was like, whoa, the freest wins of my whole life for like half of the day.
Yeah.
But if I recall, most people were actually ending up just canceling.
Oh my God!
The,
you didn't even micro the Marine away.
Well, look at this. This is
I'm
this
coming
is bad,
for your
man.
add-ons.
Yeah.
He's in. He's on the loose. But the Reaper comes in here. And remember, Warp Gate's a ways away.
He's building that Marine, so he will end up killing the Zealots.
Oh
my
my
God.
Dude.
Look at the amount of damage. Holy. 11 SCVs dead already. Dream fought so hard to win game 1.
Yeah. Yeah, he fought really hard, but
Then he got max packs.
Batman villain PartinG comes through here. Great play. I mean, it's hard to imagine him actually, PartinG actually losing this game, especially because he's going to know exactly where to take this game to ensure that he wins.
Yeah, well, from here you can actually go into anything after the initial gateway because you gain such an advantage.
Oh yeah.
Like it almost always cancels the command center.
Now, I do want to point out that Dream probably could have evened this out a lot more had the Reaper stayed alive, but I think PartinG with very good multitasking gets that surround, kills it.
Yeah,
it's
Because
remember, Warp Gate's a ways off. I know we see attacking units out, but you can't get anything in the main. It's just probes. So in theory, if you were to micro perfectly and multitask perfectly, yeah, I mean, things would look a lot more even. But right now, PartinG ahead in bases, double the workers.
Yeah, and just to throw this out there, by the way, guys, the Reaper is not the full counter. If anyone wants to try this build and don't know about it, first off, just check out Beastie Cutie's YouTube for the videos. But what you'll do generally, if the Reaper doesn't get surrounded like that, is you'll recall a Stalker. And then the Stalker just deals with it. And it's like, well, the Reaper may as well go back.
Yeah, the Reaper's like, I'm not a good unit in this game anymore.
Yeah. Aren't there any lings for me to damage?
Where's Beyond?
Yeah. Where's Beyond?
Where's Beyond? Someone tell Beyond. So, I get the idea here. You know, Terran not saying, well, I'll just expand later. Instead, he goes into Banshee, getting Marines, but...
Have you ever seen a one-base build like this work?
In 1998, StarCraft 1, yes, I have.
Yeah.
No, I mean, this is, one-base builds are...
Well, tank, Banshee, Marine, it's like not the worst idea.
Yeah, it's going to do the 1-1-1.
Well, he's got 2 racks.
Yeah, but it's basically looks like the 1-1-1, the old build.
You mean the tasteless build?
Yes, well, when it wins, it's a tasteless build. Now, Banshee already taking a little bit of damage now. But Cloak is soon to be done. And what Dream wants to do is push through, smash the gateway, because you don't want to be a victim of counterattacks.
There's Reaper there. Try to actually bring it on top of the Marines.
The idea was definitely there. Very cool. But he snipes that. And, right now, what PartinG needs to do is simply sandbag what the Terran's trying to do, and he will win.
If he just makes a lot of units, he should be fine.
Right.
I love this, though. Hunting down Stalkers is really useful right now.
Oh, he needs a micro after that. Funny thing is, this is eventually going to run out of... Oh, he doesn't even need energy.
Not when he has an observer.
He's got a little obsy-bobsy there. So, there's a third base coming down. I don't know if the third base is a bit excessive here, since all you have to do is stop this, but with the third base,
he doesn't know that there's no natural.
Oh, actually, I think you're probably right. That's a very good point.
The observer was pulled back to detect the Banshees.
This is why map hacks can absolutely ruin a game. We can see everything here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He has no guarantee that there's not a CC there and SCV's being transferred. Okay, great dive onto this tank. Easy two-shotting from the Stalkers. And with just Marines,
Yeah,
I mean,
very
Stalkers
worried.
actually have superior range, so especially when Marines don't have stim, they're just garbage against Stalkers.
Yeah. Blink makes it more so.
Here's the third base.
Dream still just doesn't have anything going on. He's just making these same units over and over, hoping to find some way to get some damage
We are
done.
most definitely going to go to game 3 here, by
Yes,
the way.
no doubt about that. Dream is...
Look at this very sad number of Marines. He's pulled some of the boys.
it's close to all of them. That's how bad.
That's actually true, yeah.
That's how bad of a position he's in.
Stalker getting a kill for, I'm sorry, Sentry getting a kill on a Banshee. A win for Sentries all over StarCraft 2.
And they needed a win. All right, so
Okay,
GG.
That was my favorite game from the round of 24. So look, I mean, PartinG's opener, it worked. Dream was basically in quicksand. You know, he needs to get out and do some damage, and PartinG had such a lead, he got a third base off the Terran's 1 base. And again, PartinG, a master of planning. He's got quite the toolkit of build orders.
Yeah.
But it's all going to be down. I mean, dude, I love these players, these two guys, so much. I don't know who I want to have advance.
Yeah, it's a hard one. We're a little bit low on Protoss, and I just really like PartinG, so I'd go with him. But, I mean, Dream is... I feel like this year he's going to have a very good year. This is such a tough group, though.
Right.
And now that we're in round of 24 instead of 32, it makes everything harder, too.
Golden Wall.
Well, that's the wild map.
Yeah.
What are we even going to see
We're going to
here?
be ending this on a high note.
Yeah, I hope so.
PartinG versus Dream. They already had a close series. We're at game 3 again. PartinG won in a long macro game in game 3. Let's see what happens on Golden Wall. This is a very specific map. As the game loads up, we'll unpack a little bit of this and some ideas to watch for. Let's go ahead and start game 3 now. So yeah, you can't ask. Watch this. Start game 3 now.
전투 준비 완료. 드래곤 피닉스 게임 파팅 1 이상. 브레이브스타 게임 드림 조중혁.
It's already just a little bit interesting, putting his gateway down at the natural. As if he were playing a Zerg.
So real quick, the map. The map has the lower third of it, a platform completely independent and isolated from the upper platform. The upper platform is 2/3 of the rest of the map. The gold wall is actually the gold bases that separate the upper part of the map from the lower. And you can take a gold base, of course, like you can on any map and get a mineral advantage, but in this case, it's harder to defend because you can be hit from the other side of which you've expanded on. We've seen players go for gold bases right away, and we've also seen people avoid it entirely. So this is a map where players are certainly able to express themselves, and we end up with some very unique games.
Yeah. And I'm really unsure as to what's going to be going on. I feel like PartinG is giving us some hints by the fact that he's making his wall down there. This might mean that he wants to go more tech-heavy early on.
Right.
You know, otherwise, for instance, if your opponent opened up and made some reactored Hellions and you were trying to do a bunch off of one gate, then they can come in and get you. But if you're kind of pre-making a wall with these early buildings, you can really, really skimp on your gateway count and still be safe against something like that. So that's kind of my guess as to what his plan is here, but not sure entirely. Yeah, there's the wall kind of being made.
Now we've
Wow, gets the Reaper right off the bat.
Yeah, that's actually pretty shocking, actually. You know, normally the Reaper is you know, you get it because you might as well. It's there's resources for it, and it does serve a role of scouting and doing a lot of scout confirmation. But we don't normally see it killed off right away.
No, normally it gets to stay alive for quite some time. He's actually had some really sweet control of it so far. well.
Okay, behind the CC. Remember that we saw with Dream, we've already seen him play on this map before. He just went for a multi-pronged attack and took the third base, in this case the gold base, as that was happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to have it this time around, but...
Well, it's not going to matter much because PartinG's going to try to decide this game right away.
Oh, yeah, look at that. There's a Dark Shrine coming here with the Robo.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of exciting. So I think it's just a DT drop. He's getting a Forge, so I believe that's what we're going to end up seeing. There is another really kind of hilarious Archon charge build that exists that he got from his friend Jim that he's used before, but I do not think that that's what we're seeing here, especially with that Forge and the lack of additional gates and charge. But it's so funny to see, like, PartinG goes down on the first map, then he's like, you know what, max packs build, and then a DT drop.
I love it.
He's the essence of Protoss.
I love the down and dirty Protoss play.
Yeah. This is what he does. He's like, oh, do I really need to win? Okay. Nah, I got it. Don't worry. I got the strats.
Yeah.
I have the builds for this. So as he's throwing out cannons, just defensive cannons. I love it. I love it. Blink on the way.
Okay, the War Prism coming across the map now. One thing about rushes like this is there's very little time to react once it starts. So the first few moments of it is the most important part. Now there's a Raven coming here.
Yeah, the Raven is, I would call it a reasonable counter to DTs.
Yeah, it's probably the best counter you could have is that you don't have to rely on scans here.
Mm-hmm. His only other unit is an Adept. Now he's got a mine waiting. Oh my god.
Okay, he unloads them in a very funny little spot where... Okay, he does not run up in there. He just doesn't do anything. I mean, this is just completely ready.
So that's bad for him, but it's not necessarily the end of the world.
Right. Well, he didn't lose the War Prism and the DTs. He didn't have...
Yeah.
It looks like he thought about taking a third at the bottom. Oh, I think he will, actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he can actually get done with this. I feel like he needs to make sure he doesn't lose any units, and he has to sit in a ridiculously defensive posture because the Army of Dream is going to be so much bigger and so much better for a while. So it looks like he wants to do some Archon drops. We've actually seen this a little tiny bit lately.
This is like an okay plan B, I guess you could call it. It's like things aren't working out, but with the tech that we've developed, this is what we can try to do to make it work here. Mm-hmm. There's a Widow Mine just waiting to be burrowed over here.
Flies around it, just checking for it.
Oh, what? Oh my god! He's gonna kill the Archon.
Good disable.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised he even went for that. I mean, he knows the Raven's out. He knows it could be disarmed.
Yeah, I think he's just really trying to get anything done right now.
Yeah. Again, PartinG in this position because of the build order he elected to take in here in Game 3. But behind this, it's about the attack, but it's also about what's happening behind the attack. And in this case, it's a third base being taken far before Dreams, and he's going to get Colossi, Thermal Lance. Mm-hmm. If he can just keep this, I mean, ideally he would have kept the other Archon too, but if he can keep the Terran army just on the defense, he could get ahead. But it looks like Dream is, already aware of this and is itching to come push out here and maybe win this game.
Well, think about this as well. If he can just, ooh, I like this, maybe flank that Prism. This Archon go to town. You don't see this too often.
Yeah.
The single Archon drop beating a medevac full of Marines. Okay, so this attack coming in, don't forget, he has a full wall and he has Colossus tech, right? He has 2 Colossus right now. He's about to have +1.
Thermal Lance is halfway done.
Yeah, so while this is a scary and good army, if you're sitting completely defensively... Ooh, I don't know if I would have killed that. Maybe he's afraid of the disables or something? I'm not sure, but... I feel like you just need to buy a bunch of time here. Even throwing down an additional cannon or 2, some shield batteries, all that stuff I think would be really, really smart. He needs that Thermal Lance as well.
All right, this is hard to push up, especially with the Colossus having the range that they do. They can poke out and hit your Widow Mines.
This is a really cool thing about him choosing this strategy for this map, right? Like, he is sitting so turtled right now, but actually has 3 bases.
Yeah. It's smart, too, because if Terran's going to commit to one of the, either the second base or the third base, you have to pick one and just stick to it. You can't be rotating between the two with your main army, right? So it almost seems like PartinG has this set up so that he can probably hold as long as he knows where the attack's coming from. And so he sets up some stalkers down here just in case there's a small harass down here. But the big push has actually already been pulled away. And yeah, I mean, I like where PartinG's taking this game.
Well, let's see if he can hold on against this Widow Mine drop. This could do a lot of damage if he's not looking for this.
Oh, I don't think he's looking for this.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit more lazy looking for things when you have a cannon.
Oh!
But that's when the most damage truly can be done, because it doesn't actually kill anything before it shoots. 15 probes is a big deal.
PartinG's going to try to push out. There is a lack of Widow Mines, and Dream is going to take this gold base, so this is definitely a good moment to do it, but he lost all these probes earlier, so he doesn't have a lot of follow-up if this fails.
You know what?
He does succeed. He forces a lift.
Yeah, a lot of the units are missing. The Raven is way over there. We have that medevac full of mines. Oh my god, he's going to get the command center.
Oh my god, the full command center too.
Huge pickoff, huge.
Crazy. So does he try to snowball it? Does he try to come in there and just do some more damage?
Oh gosh, it's a good question.
Oh my god, the Widow Mine doesn't do any more damage.
I don't know. Can you break this right now? Maybe this is the moment.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. 2 more auto turrets coming down. A little bit of an interruption, but it looks like PartinG might be going for it over here. Here we go.
Oh, he's getting huge shots with those Colossus right now.
Oh, I love the Stalkers blinking up there, avoiding the Widow Mines.
And the DT actually putting a ton of damage on here as well. The Archon trying to get to the front. One of them actually stuck behind right now. Some juggling going on with this Prism.
I think he has enough.
Oh my god.
The SCVs have hardly done anything to help out in the defense here, and the DT is still shredding the infantry at the front.
PartinG looking so strong right now. These Colossi getting infinity damage done during this attack. GG! And PartinG goes to the next round.
Wow. Crazy.
That was a sick kill.
And you could
failed DT drop into killing your opponent with Colossus.
Yeah.
Wow. Really nice.
Beautifully done.
Really nice. Tough first group here of the year for Dream.
Yeah.
He's in such good shape right now, but has a difficult evening.
Well, I look forward to more Dreams games. I think he could have taken it. He just wasn't quite ready for that attack that was coming across the map, you know?
Yeah, he was doing a lot of harassment on the other end.
Sometimes when you've seen this before with 4 Widow Mines, is that that's a lot that you also don't have in defense. Okay, interview time, Andy, go ahead.
All right, we're going to have an interview with PartinG, the final winner of Group D. Congratulations. Thank you.
네, 정말 아슬아슬한 경기였습니다.
Wow, what a back and forth match.
올라가는 진출 소감부터 들어볼게요.
How do you feel after winning that?
일단
First of all,
솔직히 저 못 올라갈 것 같아요.
honestly, I didn't feel like I would
조중혁 선수가
advance.
지금 손 풀리면은
Because Dream,
잘하는 선수여가지고
he's really good when he's
경기
good.
때 좀 생각 못하는 빌드 했는데 너무 대처 잘하길래
And in the second game, I used an unorthodox build, and he countered it so perfectly.
해서 잘 좋은 결과 나온 것 같아요.
But in the end, my results were good.
상대방이 원희삭 선수를 정말 다 알고 있는 것처럼 손바닥 위에
And it felt like the
올려놓고 있는 것처럼
opponent
다
knew
대처를 해서
you really well.
정말 힘들어질
And it could have been an arduous game for you.
예상치도 못한 광전사 찌르기로 오늘 경기의 분위기를 바꿨는데요.
But you did turn on the game with the Zealot. And how was the game today overall?
제가 윤영서 선수랑 계속 이제 대기를 하고 있을 때 대화를 나눴어요. 조준 선수가 정찰을 안 하니까 네가 한번 혼내줘야 될 것 같아.
And in the lobby, I was having a discussion about how to play out the game today.
한번 영서한테 속아 볼까? 아니면 그냥 내 신념 가지고 할까? 했는데 그냥 영서를 믿었는데 좋은 결과 나온 것 같습니다.
And in the end, I just decided to go with my intuition.
굉장히 불리하게 시작하지 않았나요? 암흑기사를 준비하고 있었는데 상대방이 밤까마귀로 맞아줬거든요.
You did start the game on the back foot because you did go for the Dark Templar, and the opponent countered with a Raven. So what was going on over there?
그나마 이유를 찾자면 조중혁 선수가 생각이 많았던 것 같아요. 왜냐하면 이제 제가 뭘
I
할지
feel like Dream might have been thinking too much.
자꾸 이제 약간 제가 배를 불리는 것도 아니고 그렇다고.
I was just going for like full economy. I was going for the full army.
좀 혼란이 와서 좀 한 방에 쭉 밀리지 않았나.
And I feel like he was kind of confused with that,
오늘
and that
원희석
might be
선수
his
승자전
downfall.
패배 아쉬움이 굉장히 클 것 같습니다.
And you
요즘
really
GSL 예선에서 이병열 선수,
the winners
IM에서
match was really
강명 선수
close, but you
이렇게
did lose
적어준
that match.
상승세를 타고 있었는데요.
And you're playing really well
선수를
these
꺾지
days.
못했습니다. 오늘 승자가
But although you
아쉬움
did
크신가요?
lose to RagnaroK,
사실
you did secure your spot in the
제가
round of
만약에
16. How do you feel
집에서
today?
제가 오늘 한 경기력을 시청자 입장에서 봤다면 욕을 했을 거예요.
I mean, if I had to watch my performance from a viewer's perspective, I'll be really mad.
지면 안 되는
You know, today's
경기였는데
performance, I'm not that
제가 좀
satisfied.
방심한 것도 있고 아직 좀 부족했다고 생각하고
And there are things that I need to fix on.
오늘 희범이랑 약속했는데 서로 올라가자고 무조건.
And today, with RagnaroK, we promised each other that we will advance together.
and
I'm glad that we did.
하셨습니다. 2020년 GSL 어떤 모습 보여주실지 정말
And
기대가
what performance will you
되는데요.
put on
자, 올해는
in 2020?
목표를 어떻게 잡고 계시나요?
And what are your goals and objectives for this year?
아 이제 10주년이잖아요 GSL.
Well, this is the 10-year anniversary for GSL, right?
제가 준우승밖에 못했는데
And so far,
진짜 우승을 한번 해보고 싶어요. 그냥.
second place was
뭐
my
상금
best.
그런 걸 떠나서 저는 이제 GSL
record.
출신이고 GSL에서
And you know, this time I want to actually
애정이 굉장히 커요.
get first
그래서
place in GSL.
한국 우승자라는
And it means a lot to me, GSL does.
를 좀 갖고 싶은데 지금 오늘 보여준 경기력으로는
But with today's performance,
아직도 멀었고
I feel like that's not going to be feasible.
문제점을 좀
So I'm going to try to implement
네,
different
원희석 선수의
strategies
우승
in my
도전
future matches.
저희가 응원하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 마지막 한마디까지
And anything you
들어보겠습니다.
want to say before you go, PartinG?
일단 제가 경기하기 전에 진짜 해외 팬분들이랑 한국 팬분들이
Well, first of all,
엄청나게 많이
All my
저한테 서포팅을 해주셨어요.
fans from overseas and my
진짜 말도 안
domestic
되게
fans,
진짜 저도
they
소름이
support
돋을
me so
정도로
much,
너무 감사하고
and I'm just, you know, I'm
계속
so happy.
이렇게 이뻐해 주시고 오늘 이겼으니까 또 방송 키면
And since I did win today,
제가 방송할 때마다 하는 말이 있는데
I'm going to turn on my stream
그냥 제가 또 그걸 외칠 테니까
and tell my fans,
Thank you, Sugar Bears. Bye bye.
thank you, Sugar Bears.
네,
Bye
이렇게
bye.
감사 인사까지 잊지 않으셨는데요. 다시 한번 진출
Once again,
축하드립니다.
congratulations on your win,
감사합니다.
PartinG. Thank you.
네, 이렇게 D조의 2위
Okay,
진출자
Sugar
원희석
Bears,
선수
you know what to do.
만나봤는데요. D조 경기 최종 정리 확인해 보시죠.
Go to his stream, give him a sub, and he'll say thank you. I love this song we play at the end.
Yeah, it's so good. Kind of a sad song too, though, because Dream is out and
Yeah.
Creator is out. Very close matches, though, overall tonight. As you can see, all 2-1s. We've had a lot of 2-0s so far this season, but this group really delivered, and I think it was hard to predict. And the matches were even closer than I thought they would be. So here is Group E. This will be Saturday at 1 p.m. KST. T.Y.
Caster
Dear
T.Y.
Armani. And who is that? Oh my God, is that Bomber?
It is. Well, guys, today was a lot of fun. The games are very good. Good luck to Creator in future GSLs. I mean, I think it's just a matter of time. He'll eventually figure out how to start really succeeding, starting to pull off what he practiced back at home, you know?
Yeah. This was a good day. I think Group E is going to be amazing as well.
Yes.
Make sure you tune into that. I think that's a little bit more predictable. And Armani could get out of there, I think. There's a possibility. He's in pretty darn good shape right now.
How's
I
TY
like his
going to
play.
do Artosis?
He's going to get out of that group. You kidding me?
Are we going to have the finally have the time where he gets to cast himself winning the games?
Who's going to cast
one
for
of
him is
these.
the question.
I don't know. Maybe Curious? Sometimes we use Curious.
Yeah, we use Curious a lot. That would be probably him or Sue. All right. Well, that was that. Good
Yep.
day of some StarCraft 2. And there you have it.
I concur.
Yes. Okay. We're done here.
Yes. So we'll see you guys on Saturday, 1 p.m. KST, which is when we normally had Code S before. And
Sunday.
ASL
Do not
finals.
forget ASL finals. Yeah, Light versus Zero or Queen.
Flash knocked out of ASL.
Yeah, third place. Third place.
Big shock there.
Who, by the way,
Is
big
switching
announcement.
to random.
Yeah, the internet kind of caught on fire when he said that. That's the
Well-
first time we've ever had anything like that happen.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how he'll perform. Because it could be crazy and he wins, or it will backfire. Because
I think
general-
he's going to go real deep.
I don't think he'll win, though. I don't think he'll win with random. Well, you watch, it's like the finals, and he just randoms and gets Terran every time, and it's like,
Well, Random is so strong when you think about it. Like the different openers that you have to use.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just if you don't know immediately what the race is, it's like you have to hedge your bets and probably use a build that's not really optimal for.
Yeah. We haven't seen pro play with Random since like 2001 or
Well,
so.
he only has to learn 2 more races, Artosis. I mean, let's not forget he will not lose games with Terran.
Probably not.
That's all the time we have, guys. Thank you for joining us. We love you. Stay safe and wash your hands. Take care of each other. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. We'll see you on Saturday.